And like I said, we are recording this. We did have some families reach out and couldn't make it tonight for a conflict. So we're going to just record the presentation. I'll put all this stuff up on the website, and I'll email out everything as well so that you have it if you want to refer to it. Yeah. So I think we'll get started here. The first little bit is, as you probably know, my name is Sean Walsh. I'm the Visual and Performing Arts Coordinator for the district. This is my second year in the district in Andover. We have a wonderful team of performing arts teachers here with us. I wonder if you want to go around and we'll start maybe with strings. If you guys want to introduce yourself, I know they probably know you, but helpful sometimes just to know who's in the room. So, Ms. Deal, Julie, yeah. Oh. I think are you muted, Julie? Oh. Oh. Okay.
We've both actually been having issues. I just started hearing you about 2 seconds ago also.
Okay. I wonder if there's a lot of...
But as she figures that out...
Yeah.
Yeah, as she figures that out, I'll introduce myself.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Voigt. I'm the other orchestra teacher. The wonderful colleague of mine who you cannot hear is Julie Deal, and I hope that she gets it working in a second, because it'd be you'd probably all love to hear her voice also.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Good to be here.
Great. And then we are choral teachers. If you guys want to introduce yourselves. Yep. Middle school.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. My name is Kayla Puglisi. It's also my second year here in Andover, and I'm one of the middle school choral directors here. So I'm happy to be here tonight.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Rebecca May. I'm the other middle school choir director, and it's my first year. So also happy to be here tonight.
Yep. Yep. And Mr. Jardins.
Chris Jardins. I teach high school choral, the high school choral program and show choir program. And good to see all of your faces. Welcome.
Great. And our band program. Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Sosinski, and I am one of the middle school band teachers, and I also do elementary band, and this is my first year in Andover.
Great. And we're excited to we have some new faces in our program this year. We're really excited about what they bring, their talents, their energies, and one of the things that we're rolling out this year is something called Smart Music. So I want to talk a little bit about it. I think in this year, when we're dealing with how do we perform virtually, we really looked into what tools we could use to support students, and one of which we did is Smart Music. So I'm going to do a brief presentation on what it is, why we're using it, and then we can get into breakout groups, and your teachers will be sharing a little bit more in depth about how they plan on using it with their particular disciplines and different levels. So you get a sense of kind of what to expect if your student is asked to get on Smart Music and record or perform or engage with it, that you kind of know kind of why we're doing it both pedagogically, how to support, and obviously when things go wrong, because they often do with technology, where to find the support. Yeah. So, the quick, just overview, welcome. We're talking about what is Smart Music, kind of the whys and the hows, how to log in. Most students have logged in, but there has been some issue with logging in. So we'll talk about how to troubleshoot, and if you're still having problems, like where to go to get help and log in. And we'll talk about why that might be. So where to find additional support, and then we'll get into breakout rooms where you hear from the teacher about what the expectations, how it will be specifically used in the classroom, how it has been used, and any sort of ins and outs. So what Smart Music is, and I can hopefully present a little bit wider, what Smart Music is, it's a web-based interactive application that allows students to really practice scores, repertoire, and receive feedback. The thing that you kind of learn that we love about this is that students can practice a piece from a method book, practice a piece that a teacher uploads, or practice a rep piece and get kind of instant feedback on their performance. And there's some adjustable qualities in that. So in terms of virtual learning, when a lot of students are playing and there's muting and we're not there in person to provide feedback, to have a web-based interactive application is really, really helpful. It also allows the teachers to kind of create assignments and tailor specific music to different levels. As well as we'll talk a little bit about different accounts, it gives students, particularly in the upper levels, opportunity to kind of explore their own music. And we'll talk about one of the great features of this is you have a student that is just interested in playing some other pieces or wants to challenge themselves, or there's a pop song they like. Smart Music, one of the things that we chose it over other things is its wide range of rep, particularly for band and orchestra music, that students will have the ability to explore. And the most important thing, I think, is it can really be personalized. So, and the personalization can happen on the teacher end. It could also happen on the student who might be playing something and need to slow down, or need a metronome, or need a backing track, or you know, to make those adjustments. And each teacher is going to talk a little bit about that. So that's the one thing that we really like about it, because we can't get in there in the classroom in the same way. This application does a lot of the things to tailor to a student. And so that's kind of the why. And Smart Music is what, but it's also the why. A lot of things as well that we like about it, particularly for all of our method books, can be digital. So if a student doesn't have a method book, loses a method book, spills Diet Dr. Pepper in their method book, whatever happens, they have a digital sheet music there, their ability to go back to. A couple note for parents and students, and I think it's important in this, is that its feedback feature was really incredible, is also really sensitive. So sometimes, you know, a student might be playing a piece and they're using a mic on their Chromebook or a mic on, you know, an iPad, and they might get a score back saying they're, you know, they only got 50% of the notes right. We say, like, you know, its feedback feature is, you know, students aren't in professional recording studios, and Smart Music doesn't always adjust to the nuances or the environment with which students prepare. So we tell that feedback, like, don't be discouraged. I think the issue of feedback is if it's indicating pieces or measures that you're getting consistently wrong, that's a time to adjust the level for comfort or talk to the teacher. We'll never grade or score a student based on their Smart Music feedback. If a student gets a 50% on their accuracy, that's not going to be a 50% in the grade. We just want to see the students are using it. And I think the teachers are going to talk a little bit about that more in depth about that feedback feature. But I would just say that we met with another school that is using it, and that was one of the big talkbacks, was really the feedback features sensitivity. So we tell students this is not something to be discouraged, but something to make you aware of, and we're going to coach the students through that. So kind of when we plan on using it, some general overviews. It, you know, really varies for assignment and discipline and level. You'll hear about that with each group that you meet today. Possibly at the end of a unit assessment. We really hope that it increases engagement so that students have something to practice. And you can talk a little bit about how they might be able to pick their own pieces to practice, not just the pieces that are assigned to them. So they can really supplement what they get in that shortened class period. And students with premium accounts can really access a wide variety of repertoire depending on their interest and personal growth goals. So if you are in a level which is basically 7th through 12th grade, you'll have access to a premium account, and therefore you can really, you know, fly a little bit. So kind of when we're using it with 4th and 5th grade band and strings. We haven't introduced it and probably won't be introducing it to 3rd grade strings, but if you're here and your child is in a 3rd grade strings group, know that we are planning on using this next year. So this is at least you get comfortable in doing it. And if you're someone that might be interested in using it this year in 3rd grade, just reach out and we can see if it can be made available. But the teachers are really still at the very basic level at 3rd grade. Then middle school, in 6th grade, and in choir, we're using more standard subscription. So which that means the teacher is really picking the music for the students to and really working through the method books or a particular rep. And that kind of makes sense of where the levels are. In the upper levels, the students have full access to what Smart Music repertoire. So if they want to do a piece of, you know, a Hamilton piece or a music score, or if they want to, you know, challenge themselves or play a piece really for fun, they can go in Smart Music, look something up, get the music, and adjust to their level and really fly with it. We are going to see how it goes out, and we might push premium down to 6th grade or as it going, but that's where we're kind of starting at the base. There is quite a bit of cost difference for premium subscriptions, and this seemed to make more sense this year as we work through it. So how to log in, I'm gonna just show this video's about a minute and a half long that kind of, you haven't logged in, at least goes through the login process, and then we'll talk about how to troubleshoot there. So.
Now you can set up your account. Select your country of residence and time zone and confirm whether you are at least the minimum age indicated. Using a class code to create an account allows students under the minimum required age to use Smart Music. Enter the personal information asked on the page, including first and last name. Enter a backup email address in case you lose your email access. A parent or guardian email is a good choice. Select a username and password. Indicate your primary instrument and a secondary instrument if you have one. Read the terms and conditions, and if you agree, place a check next to I have read and agree. Congratulations, you're almost done. Look for a welcome to Smart Music email in your inbox. Open the email and select Confirm Email. If you cannot see out the emails, worry. Just ask your email to confirm your Smart Music account instead.
So I can resend the video. People are saying it's a little hard to hear the video. I can resend that link, and I apologize for that. I'm just getting the chat right now. So I can resend all the videos, and again, I'll resend this as well. So, so the basic thing is the students should have a class code to log in, and if they can't, if they can't get in after the class code, then we can, please let us know and we'll troubleshoot. There's a couple places, and I can send this out as well, that has a parent tutorial. It's going to go over that, as well as a Smart Music tutorial, and our website, which will have everything. Are people still having trouble hearing? Is that, I'm trying to get, I'm not sure why that is. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. People had, my personal volume is fine. Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's hard to monitor the chat and to talk at the same time. This is, thank you for helping me out on that. So I'll just resend the video as well. Jazz bands will be using this. So they will have information around the jazz band and how they are using this. So I'll send the video out. The key thing is you'll get a class code. If you haven't, we still found some students not be able to log in. Now last year, just to give you a little of the history of Smart Music, before we do the breakout rooms. Last year, Smart Music, like many of these companies, gave out free versions for everyone to use, and we used it in the strings program. So some students who might have a, some students who might have signed up last year free for strings are for some reason getting locked out this year to go back in. I've talked to Smart Music. We're collecting those emails, and we'll remedy it with smart music. But if you still have problems with that, please let us know and we can be in contact with them. I just want to say that I want to thank a couple. Generally, this was paid for this year by 2 grants that we received. One through the trustees of the Punchard Preschool, so I always try to say that correctly, who paid for it to have it available at the high school. So we're grateful for them. And then we were able to move it all the way down through the CARES Act. So we put this money as necessary because we weren't going to be in person. So that's a really great, way in which different entities have supported us. So the information about the class code, the teachers will be sharing that. If they haven't already shared the class code, they'll share the class code with the students and share you again in the small groups. So I do want to transition now into breakout rooms, give people a minute or two to get there. I understand we are going to ask to go to a different platform. I think it's just make sure that we're trying not to get people in a million breakout rooms right now. And we did have kind of an array of registering. So it's on the slideshow I share, but I'm going to put each individual link in the chat and give people some time to get there. We won't be coming back here, and you can leave this meet and go directly to the breakout rooms. So the first one I just put out is elementary strings, and I'm put them out one at a time. And this is elementary band and middle band. We're trying to keep it by discipline.
Hello.
I can see.
I have a feeling like we're still on the Zoom.
Yep, Derek, you're still on the Zoom.
Ah,
My Zoom is not open. I mean, I actually don't even have the
I'm gonna let
program.
people everyone take about 3 minutes. You can travel to the breakout room. There's people leaving the Zoom, going to the breakout rooms. Won't let me get in the elementary meeting. I would just try one more time. He might not. He should be able to let you into the elementary meeting. Yeah, middle school and elementary together, yep. Oh no. Thank you. It's all right. Thank you for the word of encouragement. Becca, can you is people getting into your Google Meet? Okay. They might need to let you in. It takes a second, so I apologize if that's not working. Yeah, give people a second. I'll hang on for a second.